on my phone too. Actually, let me put it on airplane mode.
We are live. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year.
Should I open up the...
We've got our comments flowing in. Already have 65 in the room. I took it, did the video just a little bit ago, so.
You look lovely in your red holiday sweater.
Again. Let's see, I've got something on my shirt, though. Hi, everybody. So I just want to start, we had this attack with the Iranian general. I just want to start with a little asking archangels to help out. So I'm just going to ask Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Ariel. We surrender to your mercy, compassion, love, and healing. We ask you to protect our troops overseas if they are in any danger, and the people that are working in U.S. embassies around the world, that if they are in any danger, to protect them from any harm that may be coming their way. And we thank you for your assistance. So I don't know if anybody knows, Becca, you were telling me earlier, you're former military, so you get it. That was our first concern, is to make sure we're protecting our troops and our embassies overseas. Yes. We have lots of questions, but we're going to try and hold it down because I want to save some for Sunday night. Yeah. Onus Tarot is going to join Johnny and me Sunday night on my channel for the live stream Sunday night party. So that'll be really interesting. We haven't had Ona on before, but I wanted to get on live with Becca because she has such a great way with the Lenormand. Lenormand. I always say it wrong.
The lemonade cards.
Yeah, the little bitty cards. She has a great way of pulling out more things. So my first question is, why attack now? Is it because of, I get a vibe off of several things, like, to obstruct, and derail the impeachment. Mm-hmm. We may have to look at Bolton in conjunction with the attack, because I got a vibe that they were also trying to appease him because he's always wanted to go into Iran. But let's just ask in general, why attack now from Trump's perspective? Why attack now? Was he put up to this by Mitch McConnell or somebody? Why attack now? He was out golfing with Lindsey Graham Tuesday while our embassy was being stalked, I'll say, protested against. Why attack now? You've had all this time. How many rows are you doing? Are you doing a box?
I'm going to do a double line of 5, Jen, if that's okay, just so I can get a little bit more detail.
Yeah, I was going to suggest either a double row or your box.
Okay.
To get a little more detail around this, and then we'll see where that goes.
Okie dokie.
Well, first card I get's about money. Feeding the war machine, probably. Or because Trump still owes Putin. Wow, interesting. Because I've got on the bottom, everything was quiet. Everything was quiet. And then all of a sudden, we're going in, we're attacking. I'm getting, it is about money. The challenge is Putin. So Putin pressured them to do this, is what I'm feeling. This is moving forward. Putin challenging them to move forward with this. Here's Trump over here in the past sitting all smug. It was an agreement, I feel, with Putin. something, something changed in the perspective. It's something they've been talking about for a long time. And they wanted to bring a big change, and they wanted to have a circle of support around it. And the circle of support includes Putin. Yeah, they wanted to do some sort of surprise. And again, it's about money news, money things. I'm not getting my battle card or anything like it's the war machine. It has to do probably, possibly with trying to get like oil prices up. And the best way to do that's to create a conflict so that we can make money off this. What are you getting?
So on my double line, the first card I got was the coffin, and then the birds, which is my phone calls and conversations. I have the mountain, which is a block, an obstacle, a delay. I have the clouds, which is confusion, uncertainty. I have the whip, which is aggression, conflict. I have the lilies, which is about peace and wisdom. Following that, I have the mice, which is worry, anxiety, erosion, corrosion. I have the ring, which is partnerships and agreements. You got partnerships and agreements as well.
Yeah.
I have the storks, and I have the rider. There's news coming. It's like they just charged in. They charged in. The whip is over the rider. And those are two very fast acting cards. There's something here that's buried that they don't want coming out. And there was a phone call that was made, a phone call in a meeting to obstruct, delay, cause confusion, and stir things up.
So probably the obstructing, the impeachment.
They're obstructing and they're delaying something and causing a lot of confusion and big problems, and then stirring the pot with the whip on that very first line. And the second line, it's like they're taking away from peace, and there's some sort of an agreement for an upgrade and for somebody else to move in. But there's an agreement to obstruct and delay here. And it's a verbal agreement that was made to obstruct and delay, and then as an opportunity perhaps to clear up the smoke. But it looks like it was a rash decision. They just charged in.
To obstruct, I'm just getting the vibe to obstruct the impeachment, big time off of it.
Yeah.
To obstruct and delay it. And what's interesting, I was watching the news, they were talking about Clinton did an attack when he was going through the impeachment things, and he got accused of trying to like slow it down because it did delay the vote on impeachment, but he was impeached also.
Yeah.
So they're kind of playing the Clinton playbook a little bit.
Because there's an agreement here, there's an agreement here to obstruct and delay and cause confusion and conflict. And there's also something here, Jen, that has to do with getting somebody to deliver so that there can be a resolution and a clearing up. So it's looking like it may be on two different angles, because the storks is the Queen of Hearts. So that could be a person. The clouds is the king, and the lilies is a king. So obstruct from the impeachment and perhaps try to force somebody's hand into delivering what they're waiting for so that they can clear him of wrongdoing. Because the storks lands underneath the clouds, that's mean it's clearing up the trouble for him.
Yeah. What was the part you were getting about replacing someone?
It's like by creating an obstacle. By creating an obstacle, perhaps in the area, there looks to be some sort of meeting or negotiation so that it will allow a new person to slide in.
Wow. So I wonder if that's a new person to slide into Iraq, or if it's a new person to slide in to the administration.
I have two male cards here, but none of them have ever presented for me as Trump. the king of spades, which is the lilies, is sometimes usually Mitch McConnell, and I don't know who the other king would be.
Okay, so let's read on Mitch, because that's where I was going next anyway,
Okay.
because I've just got this vibe. So how much did Mitch know about this attack prior? Did he know that, did he put Trump up to this as a way to delay the impeachment vote, or how much did he know in advance? How involved is he?
Okay.
Because it just smells like one of his tactics.
Oh, he's sneaky like that too.
Yeah, here he is charging in right on the bottom. Something erratic, something spontaneous.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody saw New Year's night, Johnny and I did a live stream together, and one of the things that we read on was what the Three of Cups means, because it keeps coming up in our readings, and I've got it again. And the vibe off of it was, it's like circle of support or a celebration. The vibe we were getting, it's about circling your wagons, when they need that support and stuff. So I've got that again. I've got, here's McConnell making an offer to try to make things look pretty. This is about image. And the challenge is the circle of support and circling the wagons around Trump, because they knew everything was peaceful. So they, at the root of this, they wanted to promote change, crowning the reading because of Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats. So let's just go in and let's do something sneaky and stab people in the heart and get America in an uproar. And here's Mother Russia again. Yeah, because they're trying to make it so Trump can hang on. But then I get that making an offer he doesn't want to Trump. So are they trying to, I'm trying to figure out, are they trying to delay impeachment, stir this up, and then they're going to let Trump go anyway? That's weird. What are you getting? Because that might help me figure out what to read on next.
Okay. On the first row, I have the letter, which is a document or news that's coming in, a message. I have the ring, which is partnerships agreements. The fish, which is money. There's a financial contract here somewhere. I have the heart. There's an affair here, but it's all fraudulent here. It's sneaky here with the fox. Underneath the letter, I have the writer, which is news. I have the garden, which is society or a very large group of people. It could be representative of the country. I have the ship. I have the lilies again, which is Mitch McConnell, and then I have the key. It looks like this may have been it looks like it was two ploys, like he was working it from different angles, not only to garner, because of these two, the support of the country. The country is in agreement. The country is in support. It's also quite possibly to get somebody to deliver paperwork this way. Wait, which way am I going? The paperwork is delivered. So it's like they're trying to get the paperwork delivered so that they can come to some sort of resolution. There's something here to do with money and business that's overseas. And the money's the key. But there's news of fraud coming in. So it's almost like.
So is money the key and Mitch is the key, because the key's right after Mitch?
Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to figure out if this was his way to kind of detract from the whole scandal with Ukraine, with the money that was supposed to be going overseas, force them to deliver the articles so that he can acquit, and then at the same time try to manufacture public support with the country. But it's all sneaky. It's all sneaky.
It's all planned out, thought out, premeditated. Even though it's for the moment, it's all thought out. Well, yeah, it was interesting. We were talking on the phone earlier about Japan sending warships into that area because, they don't trust the U.S. anymore. And it was a big deal because they had to get approval, complicated approval from their government to send warships into the area to protect their oil ships.
Mm-hmm.
And Johnny and I keep picking up on that other countries are listening into Trump's unsecure phone calls. So let's ask, did Japan send their warships in because they knew something was going to happen this week? Because they just sent them in last week. Did they know they were going to stir something up?
And I just got the ship too, Jen. That could be quite literally like a ship.
The ship.
Yeah.
Let's ask that. Did Japan, have they picked up something in Trump's
like, did they enter a phone call in his unsecured line?
Mm-hmm. That caused them to want to get in there because they knew something was going to happen. New action, new beginning, right on the bottom. That's what we're asking about. They did a new action. Why?
Oh boy.
I got 2 aces. That's a yes. Mm-hmm. I've got they've been listening in for a long time to things that are treacherous, and they've been seeking answers in the past, so they've been listening in. I feel like, and here's wrapping up a cycle, beginning something new. They knew something new was getting ready to start, and here's they heard the inspiration behind this, like they heard what was going on, and they heard these information about the money, and so they sent in their warships. They kept it secret. Why? But they felt like that the U.S. wasn't going to be there, that the U.S. would walk away from them. So yeah, there was a change overseas for them, and they wanted to go in and protect their own. Yeah, everything was peaceful at the time that they did the action, but they knew betrayal was coming.
So I got the where am I at? I got the storks. Wait, no, the storks, the fox, and the book. They knew what was up. They have intel, and that's why they changed. They left. They had access to something that was secret, and they were suspicious of something, and that's what caused them to leave and then return. It's like they left and they started going around. Because this is usually like a spy or somebody that's undercover, and then you got the book right after it. So it's like they were perhaps like secretly investigating, and that's what caused them to change and leave.
Yeah, they had their oil ships there. They left, and then they brought in their warships, and then their oil ships came back. So
they did leave and return.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't think you have to really be a psychic to know who's going to profit from this Putin with his oil. It's pretty clear, but let's just ask, who else is going to profit? Get the oil prices up, and Putin's making money. And the Saudis. Three cards just fell out.
What'd you get, Jen?
The world, so it's global. The world, it's global, new inspiration, and it's also treachery. It's underhanded. It's all a lie why they're doing this. It's not because
complicated.
Yeah, it's all a lie, of why they're doing it. It's not because we were in danger from Iran.
It's not kosher, huh?
It's not kosher. It stinks. Hey, Ona. I saw her in here a minute ago.
Oh, hi, Ona.
And when I told everybody you're going to be with Johnny and me on Sunday night, we're going to have a lot to read on it, looks like.
Yeah. Oh boy, there's my Russia card just popped out.
Yeah.
Huh. Huh.
Yeah, circling the wagons again. You know, it's interesting because you talked about like somebody walking away, getting replaced, and I'm getting that there's somebody they do want to go away in this. There's another hidden agenda about that. We may have to figure out who is the person they're trying to get to walk away from this.
Maybe it's us.
Because they're, you know, it's about
Money.
You know, money, the people of money encircling their wagons around their interests, you know, their center of interest. There's a whole network in this. And they're trying to get someone to pack their bags and go. There's a lot of moneyed men involved in this is what I'm getting. So they're protecting their oil and their money and all their work that they've put into it. There's a little bit of an illusion about who all's involved in this. So some, you know, putting on a mask about it, there's a little bit of an illusion. But we're gonna find out the dirty tricks that are going on. I got the messenger here. We're gonna find out who all's involved. It seems like there's a inside man that's going to be reporting to investigators. So it looks like this is all going to get investigated.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Jen. I got the first row. I got the moon. Second row or second card. I have the book, followed by the fish, followed by there's that lilies again. The lilies, and then the snake. Bottom row. I have the tree. Here's Russia, the bear. I have the mice. I have the sun. And I have the dog. There's some identities that are being kept secret, and it's a business. It's money. For it looks like quite possibly I can identify 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 7 people that are involved in this gig. That are the very top. They're like CEOs.
The oligarchs.
The oligarchs. And that's how they're going to take money. They're stealing from it. And it has to do with energy. And whoever this advisor is, whoever this person right here is, that he's on the gig too. Because he's
probably
probably
Giuliani. Because you know, they just came out talking about Giuliani was also involved with Venezuela.
Oh, really?
Yep. He was also doing conversations with Venezuela to get, what's that guy's name? I can't think of his name. Begins with an M. Trying to get him to Maduro, trying to get him to go quietly. But you know, Russia has big interest also in Venezuela. So
they're all after the energy.
They're all after the energy. So because I feel like that may be Rudy. Let's look at Rudy. What did Rudy know about this? He's been running all over the world.
The international man of criminality. That's what I call him, because he's got his tentacles everywhere. Let's see. Did Rudy Giuliani know about the planned attack on Iran?
Yes. On General Soleimani. I'm not sure I'm saying his name right. Yeah, every time I read on Rudy, it seems like on the bottom of the deck, he's always anxious.
It's crazy, Jen. He's nuts. He's like,
he's nuts and crazy, and he's always anxious. He's about to get his butt in a sling. Yeah, I think he knew this was going to be happening. I accidentally pulled two cards for the first cards, the surprise card and the emotionally immature one. He often shows up for me as the Page of Cups, and Justice also sitting on him. His challenge is to defend himself. He has partnerships with people of money, and he, crowning the reading, he helped circle the wagons for Trump, who is suffering from a loss right now with the impeachment. And he's been doing some sneaky things with people of authority, the bosses, the oligarchs, the higher ups in the companies. He's waiting to launder some money over it too. Jesus. Yeah, he's got a whole hidden agenda that we're going to be hearing about.
That's nuts. So I pulled 3 cards for a yes, no, and I got all positives. I got the lilies, the moon, and the fish. It's all yes. There's 2 men that he's working with. I don't know who they are, Jen, but there's 2 people here that he's working with.
Like currently still working with, or could it be Liv and Igor?
I don't think it's Lev and Igor, because they would have represented differently. This is usually a person that has seniority, and this is a very moneyed man with the fish. So he's working with somebody that has seniority and another person that the money bags.
Yeah, could be like Furtash that's hiding out in Austria. Wow.
Jeez Louise. He's got his hands in everything.
Yeah, over and over. Well, let's look at Bolton's always wanted to go in. Were they trying to appease Bolton also by doing this attack? He's always wanted to go into Iran.
Okay.
We said it in a different way on the phone. We won't say that in the Let's see. Get myself tickled. Are they trying to appease Bolton so he doesn't rat him out all in the trial if he testifies? Sorry if everybody hears my heat. It keeps kicking on. It's cold here again.
How cold is it over there, Jen?
It's dropping below freezing again tonight. We got up to about 41 today, and now it's like dropping again. We're gonna be having snow again soon. Here's somebody charging in with a plan regarding Bolton. Let's see.
Oh, is Johnny in the live stream?
Is Johnny in here? Johnny, you want to come on and read with us? I'll send you an invite.
Yes, Johnny, please.
I texted you and tried to call you.
Yeah, we were trying to get a hold of you, Johnny.
Oh, the comments are going so fast. Did he answer?
I don't know. I'm on my phone and it's delayed here. I don't know what I'm doing, Jen. I'm so confused.
Everybody's saying hi, Johnny, and now I can't.
You can't find him?
Now I can't see if he responded. If he wanted to come in, I'll send him an invite anyway, just in case he wants to join us. He can. I'm so bad with the comments.
I can't multitask, Jen, because then I'm like, what am I doing? Teresa, you got coffin moon ring. Yeah, that's a positive.
Jen Bolton.
What did you get?
I got that they saw all the work that other people, were doing, messing up Ukraine and all that, and the challenge was to stay out of prison because here's Trump seeing a loss, and so they decided to do something sneaky, and this was planned, and I am getting that it was something that they did sneaky to try to appease Bolton, to put a lid on his emotions. There's winning at all costs and dishonor in this, because it did affect multiple fronts. There were multiple reasons why they did this, but they knew that Bolton would come off as someone of authority if he testified, and they wanted to put a lid on him.
Mm-hmm.
It was for security. They burdened Bolton for security reasons by getting him all excited that we're attacking Iran. What are you getting?
I'm getting the letter, the lilies, the bear. There is a notice of a retirement coming in from a person in a position of authority. Also, this is a message to someone that had seniority, that was the boss. Also, this was more than likely thought up and planned out by this person, which usually shows up for me as Pompeo, because he's very large and bear-like. So that's another possibility too, that Pompeo was the one that
schemed this. Okay, so we have to look at Pompeo next.
Because Pompeo's in all sorts of trouble. Let's see.
Yeah, I think Bolton was behind Trump killing the nuclear deal we had with Iran. So
he was just setting the stage.
Yeah.
For this.
Is Johnny still typing? I can't tell if he's joining us or not. Wow. So there's somebody higher up, maybe Bolton or Pompeo.
Because Bolton resigned, and then Pompeo's the head of the State Department, right?
Yeah. He's over defense too. Trying to think.
Noel is saying Jen, Lynn, Johnny is ready, I think. But I can't find Johnny's comments anywhere because it's just moving too fast.
I sent him an invite to join us, so hopefully he'll come in. He has to go to his email to click on it.
Oh, okay.
You see, I may need to send it again. Let's see.
Oh, he said he's getting ready. Okay.
Getting ready.
Yeah. He keeps typing, I'm getting ready. But the comments are going too fast for me to read, Jen. I'm sorry.
Everybody's good for 10 minutes, Johnny. So let's look at Pompeo.
Okay.
Or maybe, no, let's say Pompeo for when Johnny gets in here. Let's look at Lindsey Graham, who was golfing with Trump on Tuesday. Was he aware they were going to do this attack on Soleimani? Pardon me if I'm saying his name wrong, guys.
I can't pronounce his name either, and I've seen it like a million times on the news today.
Yeah, the Iranian general. Lindsey Graham, were you discussing this with Trump while you were golfing?
You know who might be presenting as the clouds? That might be Lindsey Graham.
Lindsey Graham. Oh, he's sitting pretty. That Three of Cups again.
Again, I have a question. So with the Three of Cups, can that be literally representing three people that are in some sort of partnership or agreement together? Or
it can be like a collaboration. It can be a circle of support. It's not necessarily three, but it can be three. I read energy of the cards, so
okay.
To me, like the circle feels bigger than three. You know, it feels like a whole circle of wagons, a circle of support. It can be a celebration also. You know, like if I get, like, somebody gets a new job offer and I get this, celebrating, you know, in a personal reading, but it keeps showing up for Johnny and me, and I think it's about circling their wagons around Trump and around the Republican Party. It's like, you know, Lindsey feeling defeated and the challenge to continue working. So this bullying tactic, here's my yes card, the sun. Yeah, he knew about it at the root of this, and here's circling the wagons on top. So it feels to me like he's a part of the strategy to do this. There's treachery coming for Lindsey, though. He's like stuck. He's trying to hang on, but he's going to be put in defense mode. And I always get that with him. Some news about overseas is going to come out on him. So he's burdened. Some money news is coming out on him. He's got some dealing. He's got his hand in the pot, and it connects him to the White House too. He's thinking about retiring. or America may force him to retire and put him out. Wow. What are you getting in your spread?
I got, because I only pulled three for a quick yes, no. I got the clouds, the fish, the storks. Yeah, he knew about it. And what's interesting is that there may have been three people involved in this discussion. Him, a man, and a tall, lanky woman, a man of money. Tall, graceful, lanky. I don't know if this is Ivanka Trump, but there's an opportunity here to get a bump, because this right here is not only money and business, but it's also stocks. With this behind it, this would be like bump up the stocks, get the stocks to go up. So that may have been part of the discussion there.
Yeah,
solely for
keep the economy rolling so that they can try and get Trump reelected.
And then stocks, because I'm sure that they're all involved in big oil stocks one way, shape, or form. But it looks like there might have been, and that's why I asked you about the Three of Cups, because I was seeing three people in mine.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he knew about it and then perhaps opened up discussions with perhaps Kushner and Ivanka or something. Maybe, you know.
So let's ask, is there some insider trading going on this? That they're all making money from it? I just heard yes. I was like, of course they are. They are. Yes. Yep. Stir up chaos on the bottom. Over in the Middle East. Wait and watch the stocks to go up. Betrayal. Let's look at our money coming from overseas. Yeah, there's people. Yeah, it's big business. It's big business. There's a lot of people of authority that are making money off this.
Yeah, this is what I got.
That knew it was kind of going on.
The bear, the fox, and the stars. Yeah, they're manipulating it. They're doing stuff to manipulate it and make it go up and then down, up and down, up and down. But that's their strategy. It's like they manipulate it, look at the map, and then know when to sell. But it's huge loads of money, though, Jen, with the bear.
It's huge.
Huge loads of money. Hmm.
So let's ask this too, because Mitch McConnell just got almost $1 billion for Kentucky, and one of the things he's doing with it, besides giving the horse breeders tax write-offs, he's giving nothing to the black lung disease, even though the coal miners have asked him over and over to help the Black Lung Foundation. He's giving the coal miners a little money out of that almost $1 billion, is like 914 million. He's giving a little to bump up their pension plans, but he's also building some veterans hospitals in Kentucky. Mm-hmm. So better way to employ people than to have a bunch of patients in the hospital from a war.
Yeah. So how do you want me to word this, Jen? Is Mitch McConnell
feeding the war machine on purpose to help Kentucky? And he's bribing for votes is what he's doing. He's trying to say, I got almost $1 billion for Kentucky, trying to get people to support him because his polls show him at like 34%. Oh, here comes Johnny. Hang on.
Oh, where's Johnny?
Oh, wait.
Your camera not on?
No. Well, turn on thing.
We hear you.
There it is.
There he is.
Look at you, so handsome with your hat and your beard.
You've got red glasses on. I have a red sweater. You're surrounded by red, Becca.
Oh, yes, I am. Everywhere.
So our question is Mitch McConnell trying to feed the war machine, Johnny?
Yes.
To profit himself. Let's keep it to profit himself. Whether it's through votes or money.
Son of a mother.
I keep getting that 3 of Cups circling the wagons every spread we've done.
Just wants to come out tonight. It's got a message, Jen.
Wait. All right, ask it again.
Mitch McConnell, is he feeding the war machine to either profit from it himself financially or through votes? Y'all better get ready to do shots because you know who's about to make an appearance.
I got my water ready.
Pack with the devil. Pack with the devil. I love it. His challenge is Nancy Pelosi. Of course it is.
That's interesting.
So he's showing up as the planner, the schemer. At the root of this, to appeal to America or Kentuckians, for votes too, because he's stuck. He can't get up in the polls.
So we're asking if they're trying to start a war to build popularity.
Yeah, just Mitch McConnell to try to get more votes and or money, because remember when we read the other night, he's built those veterans hospitals in Kentucky. Well, he needs patients in them, right?
So I start with the Empress. So yes, there's something new there, and this is our new shot game. There's the 3 of Cups, and it comes along with the 6 of Pentacles. So whoever this is, or whoever these people are, there is a sense of, I need something from you. So the 6 of Pentacles, that's what that does. Then the 8 of Swords, or something trapped in the 9 of Cups. There is a desire there. So they have a plan. It's not one that was ever open-ended. So this is not a coalition where we sat down and came up with the best idea. So this is to trap something. and it was for their own benefit. Normally, the Nine of Cups are around the merchant. This is all inside one cup.
Wow. That's
So it is
hard.
interesting. And then, of course, I crossed it all with the Fool.
Yeah. I've got, he's the inside man. McConnell's the inside man in all of this because he's, afraid he's going to have to retire because he's so low in the polls. So he made a pact with the devil. Yep. He's greed and avarice. Yeah. He's working with the White House on it and other Republicans.
I got the fish, which way am I going? Fish, sun, and the house. There's business and money for energy and working with the house, working to get property, working with the White House. But there's money for energy here. I thought I was asking about like bribing the people of Kentucky with money. So it's looking like, has he done anything with energy coming into Kentucky?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's oil.
Oil?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like that, and possibly housing too, just because we have the house here. But yeah, he's in it for the money and bribing. So
he did sell real estate as well too.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, there is that Russian steel company or something like that. They got a factory out of him or something like that, from what I remember.
So he sold property as well, huh?
So let's start something in the Middle East, cause gas and oil prices to go through the roof, and let's make money off of it. And then you got Trump talking about windmills are dangerous and give you cancer.
Yes, windmills give you cancer, in case you didn't know.
That way you can get that land too. Because they sit on a lot of land, especially a lot of open land where the windmills are. Prime real estate.
So we want to read on Pompeo, but we're not sure what the question is yet. He's involved.
Want to do a general and branch off from there?
Yeah.
You guys do that, and I'll pick up on the deets if you want me to.
Okay. Talking, interesting. Like we go in, we kill an Iranian general, and the only news channel he goes on is Fox News to talk about it. Yeah, so trying to set up state TV again.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't go anywhere else. Yeah, he's doing some money laundering too. Looks like quid pro quo, bribing. What you got, Gunny?
I just finished pulling.
Okay. I'll start then. I've got it. He's trying to integrate something into this whole mess, but his challenge is the government. So here in the past, he brought change through this attack. I do feel like there's some quid pro quo involved with him and other countries. Like, hey, we'll go in, we'll kill this general. You do this for me, I'll do this for you. He's got agreements. He's in bed with other people in in the world. It's global. Somebody's going to be asking him some questions. Somebody's going to be shining light on this. It's another bully tactic. There's dishonor involved with him. Might is right going in, doing this, trying to say this guy deserved it and that's the only reason. It's like, no, that's not the only reason. There's money involved. He's done a lot of work on this to bring this change.
So my first card is the Eight of Swords. I feel like there is a very tight-knit group of people that work towards a common goal. This was not because the Democrats say they're not involved, and a lot of the Republicans probably aren't either. So there is a tight-knit group of people with the Eight of Swords. It's usually like an entrapment of some sort of one person, but it's crossed by the High Priestess. So this is why I think it's a secret group of people. So it's not necessarily just all Trump and his cronies. It could be, some branch out. So if we start a conflict here, you come in, you do this, you come in, you do that, and then, everybody gets skimmed off the top. There will be more looking into it with the Hermit and the Five of Swords, because this is a dirty deed. This is a bully tactic. He said this was to prevent a war. There was no way whatsoever this could be preventive. If you kill anybody high-ranking in any country, it sparks conflict, whether he was going to attack us or not. There is old money and new money. So this is probably more established people, and then this is probably more new to the game, probably newly elected, something like that. Because the Four of Swords is there. Not everybody has the same responsibility. Some people were to carry out certain messages, and certain people were to carry out certain deeds, and so forth, so forth. The Empress is in the fear. So this has legs, this has life, and they fear that hermit energy. They fear that looking into this too deeply. So there are going to be a lot of people trying to protect this, because what they hope for is the Ten of Swords, to sort of kill off the investigations, because it's right across from the Hermit. The outcome card is the messaging, and I clarified it and got the Seven of Wands. So they are going to be doing a lot of defending in the next 2 weeks, and someone's going to come out and make a speech with the Page of Cups. Let me see whoever it is going to. So it's probably Trump, although he just made a speech, didn't he? There is an Earth sign man here who is going to blame somebody else, because this is the conflict card, so this is also politics. So they're going to protect Donald Trump, whoever it is. This is not something he did to start a war. He's not, because his own speech of saying Obama was going to start a war with Iran to get reelected is starting to come back in the media. So
there's always a tweet, Johnny. There's always a tweet.
He's one of those 15-year-olds that doesn't believe this stuff lives forever when you type it out there.
This is their Benghazi. So the Democrats want to know, why they weren't consulted and everything for an act of war. Let's see what the investigations are going to go like.
Now, that was on Pompeo. Did we get a question?
For me?
Or just the question at all to look at?
A question? No, he just seems like he's part of it, and
he's in it for his cut of the pie, probably. So what are we looking at now?
An investigation, how an investigation on all this is going to go. I got Temperance on the bottom. Patience. Investigation after investigation, right?
What is chat? What is Pompeo's sign? What is he?
He's a Gemini, isn't he?
Oh, I got my phone. I'm not watching the comments this time. Oh,
he's born April. No, sorry. He's born December 30th, so he's Capricorn.
Oh, Capricorn. Huh.
He's the devil.
I keep getting this King of Pentacles, so that's him.
That's him.
He is going to hold up something. I get Page of Swords, which is delays and bad news. And right below him, I get the King of Pentacles, and then above that, I get my card for the GOP, the 10 of Pentacles. And then I clarify, because I didn't know who this was, and I get the Ace of Wands. So he is the one that's going to be initiating all the actions. So if because I always said this, Trump is just a Sharpie. So if they look into this, this is the person they need to look at more heavily than they do Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the mouthpiece. He went out there and he gave a scripted speech. You know how he goes off at the mouth.
Yeah.
He would have never come up with this was to stop a war, not start a war. He would have said all kinds of things about he was a horrible person and maybe some Iranians are good and maybe some of them are bad. And maybe you know. The Eight of Swords, there again is that Eight of Swords. There's just this, and then the Four of Cups. He's holding information. This is usually indicated by the Four of Pentacles, but this is like, it's a network of people and it's trapped. It's not something that they can get out very easily. And there will be some disappointment, I think, with them trying to figure this out. That's what I get so far.
Yeah, I kind of get in the same, like the investigation could be strong, but the challenge is everybody trying to protect themselves. So there's a lot of things that are hidden that they don't want people in America to know, but they're trying to keep everything, the real reason behind this, hidden from America. So there's a little bit of feeling stuck in an investigation, and then the gaslighting that's going on in the country. But I do feel like they get something big that's tangible, and then I've got the disappointment, but still working together. I think long term they'll be victorious in an investigation. It's going to bring more change here. It's going to shift the balance. And here they are. Take a shot. Circle the wagons.
I got a question after this.
Yeah, it's like showing everybody that's involved. But there's something big, tangible, probably about money that's coming out that they're going to get.
Okay, so this is my little line of 5 spread. I got the garden, the ring, the anchor, the lilies, and the cross. It's something here to do with garnering public support. It's going to take some time and we need to be patient about it, but there's something going on here, quite possibly with an embassy or somebody that's some sort of what is it, like a diplomat or something like that. It's somebody that has seniority that's been there a very, very, very long time, and there's some burden on that person, or there's a trial or a sacrifice on that person that may lead to an investigation.
They're gonna sacrifice somebody.
Well, it's like an ambassador or somebody, but that person is stepping into the cross, which is a trial, a sacrifice, a burden, some sort of guilt, pain, punishment, and that looks like that's what may lead to an investigation into how this whole thing wounded up in Iran. But I'm seeing an ambassador here. I don't know why.
Okay, my question was, and this could piggyback off of that, will there be a whistleblower?
That's a good question.
Because if I'm getting this 8 of Swords, and the first reading we just did, I get the 4 of Swords following that, I get it again. So there may be a sleeper, like a person inside that is possibly giving up information, because it comes with the 6 of Pentacles. When I ask to myself, is there a whistleblower? I get 6 of Pentacles giving something, and then I get Judgment. And so then I get the Lovers and the Ace of Pentacles, and then the 7 of Wands. So they could possibly give up something with the Ace of Pentacles, some sort of information, some sort of documents, some sort of paper trail. There's always a paper trail in stupidity. And then the 7 of Wands causes defense and standing guard.
I think there is big time going to be a whistleblower. This is one of my whistleblower cards. Somebody offering something up, center of attention on a moneyed man. So, an inside person. Burden's the inside man. Brings a lot of new possibilities of what's been going on.
So I have the ship, the whip, and it ends with the bouquet, which is a positive card. It's saying, yes, somebody has something about what's going on overseas and the overseas aggression. So,
because if there's a whistleblower, then there's something to blow the whistle on. So this is not some we're trying to stop a war thing.
Yeah.
what would they be blowing the whistle on, though? Like, what shady tactics would they have done?
The whole scheme of trying to do this as a way to deter from impeachment, as well as a way to make money, as well as a way to ramp up the war machine so they can budget more to the war machine. And it's like on and on. It's a whole.
Yeah.
Okay, so before I was trying to actually go to sleep and I couldn't sleep because my mind wouldn't stop. That's what I was doing.
So you joined us.
And I get 3 images because I have a candle over here, and that's the only light I had in here. And I have now discovered that candlelight sort of helps me clear my mind. But once it cleared, then everything started pouring in. So I get an image of 2 wreaths. They were kind of decorated, so I figured like Christmas maybe. But they also are a symbol of life. Then I get a image of like an exit sign, but like people fleeing. And then I get a image of an empty portrait. Like there's a big elaborate frame and it's empty. And so I did some cards, and I was doing cards like 30 minutes. And I'm like, well, maybe it's a heist. There's something that's gift-wise with the wreaths, and also taking something new, that maybe they're going over to take something, kind of like they say Bush did with oil, and just take something and leave. And then I get an empty portrait saying that they have created a martyr in the Salmonali guy, whatever his name was. And so I think they went over there to take something.
Wreaths can also be like funeral wreaths, like two sacrifices, 2 deaths, two.
And I went that route too,
Mhm.
and I didn't want to go that route on YouTube, but I went that route too.
Like two people. Well, death doesn't have to be physical death. It could be like end of a job or.
Well, I got a physical death because I got the wreath, which is new life or reborn. Because the wreath and the Christmas tree, pagan symbols of everything died during the winter except the fir or the evergreen, and so they took that into their home as one day life would return. And then I get the empty portrait, and so there is someone missing or someone more.
This the world card, a wreath, end of a cycle, beginning something new, rebirth.
So I don't know if it's going to be the general and then the leader, or a general and then somebody over here. I don't know.
Let's ask: Will we see any terrorist attacks on either our embassies overseas or here in the U.S.?
Because 11:59 Eastern Standard Time is when the whole Saturn-Pluto conjunction happens, according to Dr. Victoria. So 11:59 Eastern Standard Time is what I was trying to focus on when I got all them images too.
Yeah. I was watching Yvonne Davis too on she does astrology, and she was talking about the Pluto Saturn thing is about forcing responsibility, like the opportunity for taking responsibility, and can be about endings and death also. So are embassies safe, or will there be any attacks either at embassies or here in the U.S.? Hiding.
Hmm.
That's interesting. Fighting and chaos on the bottom.
Because this is the reading I did earlier. I won't pull the same amount of cards. But I do get the 5 of Wands too. And then 8 of Swords again.
I start out with one of my yes cards. Aces for me are yeses, and the sun card's a yes for me. New inspiration, new action. But that it's kind of a facade. What's going to happen? Because there's a network involved, and it's an illusion of what they're doing. So any attacks are to cover up something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I have victory with that. So there will be some other attacks, but it's a facade.
For overseas at an embassy, I got the snake, the garden, and the fish. It's ending in 2 positive cards, so there is a strong possibility there. There may be an organization of people that are big trouble. So there's that. And then I asked about here on U.S. soil, and I got the lilies, the letter, and the ship. It's going to be a little bit of time, but they're going to send a message, and it could be via a vehicle or a literal ship. So,
like a car bombing or something,
or a ship,
Yeah, a ship or even another airplane situation. What are you getting, Johnny?
So I got the 7 of Cups, which is it, hazy confusion. I pulled it with a oracle, so this is like the weaker side, so that would represent Iran, maybe. The 9 of Wands, which is a struggle. It's a struggle of message. And I get the 5 of Wands in Hosmet. This is the card of unfortunately, annihilation and destruction. And it's even the angel of annihilation. So there will be a retaliation, but this is what they wanted. It will be public. So this is not like, they hacked some server somewhere, because the 3 of Wands comes from overseas. Montreal means it's proof you can see it. There is something, though. This is my America card, and then this is a card of codes and secrets.
Mm-hmm.
So there is something deeper to this. This is not just we're at war with Iran. This is something else. And if this does nothing else, it will tell people the power of voting. Because we don't have enough leaders to stop the current administration in the Senate and the House. And so that's why you have to get out there and be vigilant in your American duty. But I think, yes, there will be a message of retaliation.
Jeez Louise.
Now, is it going to happen on the 12th? I don't know.
I'm puzzling over my facade card, that it's masking something else, like it's masking something bigger. I don't know how to ask it. It's masking a bond in the network, an agreement. Any attacks. hidden agendas. It's like a way to try to shift perspectives for what's right. Might is right. It's a way of shifting perspectives is why they're doing it, but there's work going on behind it with men of money. Goes back to any attack on us. It's just subterfuge because the real agenda is oil.
Mhm.
Even read Rachel Maddow's book. For years we've known Putin wanting all of his being able to ship everything, all his oil and everything, and trying to do his agenda. It's a great book to read on it.
And didn't Trump wasn't there a few times where he just came out and was like, yeah, we'll just take their oil? It's like, you can't say that.
Yes.
It's not legal, but he has no filter. He's just like, yeah, we're just going to go in there and take their oil. Like, total mob boss,
Wow. Have y'all got any other questions? I'm kind of wondering now. Anybody else we want to look at? Let's see, what does this all mean for Trump?
Okay.
What does this all mean for Trump?
Who killed the general?
It's a drone strike, I think. But it came from the Pentagon.
Trump claims he ordered it. So
Mhm.
Would they do that without some sort of, maybe I don't know.
they're supposed to take it through Congress. It's like why the first reading we did was why now? Why such a hurry? Why now? It's like this guy's been doing bad, evil things for years.
Yep. And there's nobody to stop him. I mean, the Democrats are trying, but the Republicans just.
What's it mean for Trump? Another investigation.
Maybe this compounds his abuse of power, and maybe
Add to it.
where this articles come from.
Do a shot circling the wagon, showing who works together on the dark money, puts Trump in defense mode, and bam, the tower ties everything back to Russia. And Trump out in the cold.
I'm going to make this a double line of 5 because my first line is quite interesting.
What was it, the Queen of Wands you got?
No, I had the king.
Queen? I just got the Queen.
Well, there's Nancy then, fueling the investigation at a higher level. So maybe through FBI or something.
He's afraid too. There's indecision here with the Two of Swords. This is what crosses the Queen of Wands. The Star and the Hangman. He is going to be, like I say, he just might be the Sharpie, but he is going to also be the center of attention. So he is now being caught up in another investigation. He can't move from this one, though. And the Five of Pentacles comes around the Queen of Cups. So there will have to be some outing of people in order to escape this. And so there will be new articles drawn and new information put out with the Ace of Pentacles. He is in the fear, so he is afraid of the next messaging or next line of messaging that comes out. It ends in strength, and then I get the King of Wands to clarify that. So there might be a way to tame the beast this time. You just have to work on the spin because he says this person was going to attack us, which of course this is all whipped up to make people afraid.
Yeah.
But I don't worry, I got him.
It's,
So, yeah.
If the truth burdens him, because he's just been putting a mask on everything of what's real. What have you got, Becca? What's coming out in your first line that's so interesting?
I got the mice. I got the garden. The writer here. Sorry. The writer. The woman and the snake. It's almost like he's trying to stress out and worry the country so that Nancy Pelosi will get the message and force her to act quickly and strike. The next line I have the key, the clover, the stars, the birds, and the child. There's like a new opportunity here to take the conversations and negotiations in a different direction, and there's something going on here with the child. But Nancy Pelosi or whoever this woman is has the birds right under her, so I don't know if she's going to hold more meetings. If she's going to have more hearings, because the garden is knighting over to the birds, not committees. So I don't know if this is going to, if she's going to announce, I don't see anything here that says investigations though, but she may announce something about more committees.
Can the birds also be like a whistleblower, someone singing?
Yeah, whistleblowers. Yeah, because it's key, clover, stars, birds, and child. Like this could lead to a new whistleblower coming out, and then she makes a statement. It's just like this guy just keeps digging himself a bigger and bigger hole. I don't get it.
Big, he needs 2 funeral wreaths on it, right, Johnny?
Mm-hmm. That's why I got them both.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 2 women. So maybe there's a woman that's a whistleblower, Jen, because the snake is also the queen of clubs. That could be another woman.
Wow.
Let's see.
Let's see. I've got my money laundering card on the bottom again, or quid pro quo. Got to try and see how many whistleblowers there are. I feel like there's going to be 2 more.
2 more?
There's 2 women in there. I feel like there's going to be 2 more.
Yeah, because she had the birds right under her, and that's usually a pair. And then she had the snake. That's 2 women.
And there, temperance. There's 2 cups also, so 2. And you got
and
2.
Johnny got 2 cups. Huh.
2 whistleblowers that change perspectives and show the network.
And mind you, I pulled 3 cards, and then I asked how many. The 3 cards I pulled were the Fool, the 8 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. So it's something about his job or his day-to-day habits or day-to-day life or whatever he did on that day that involves his office. And then I drew how many? There's 2.
Yeah.
One of them in particular is going to be devastating.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
One of them
That's
brings
where the 5 of Swords come in. There's a defeat there.
Yeah, and then a new action, new articles of impeachment.
God, this guy just keeps stepping in it. Like, keep stepping in it.
Yeah, his bullying has affected the security of our country.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the problem, though. Does any of that matter? He is Teflon Don. I mean, he's broken every law but jaywalking, like I say, and he's there.
Probably broken that one too.
I just saw a comment from Mystic Bella, and she was saying that there was recently a woman that had resigned from the Pentagon. I wonder if she's one of the ones.
Yeah, let's ask. Woman that resigned from the Pentagon. Why'd you resign? Are you going to tell us? Tell Nancy? And there they are. circling their wagons again. I tell you, for every time we pull that, this room ought to be snockered by now.
It just keeps coming up.
Sword of truth with her too.
Huh.
She's got inside information about what's going on in the network and those at the center. Again, two. There's two on this card too. Two children. Something has been going on a while. And just to reiterate, the two of wands. I'll probably end up pulling everything that has a 2 on it.
I did. I got everything. All the cards I have have a 2 on it, except 2. I get the 2 of swords. So she didn't make this decision lightly. This was something she was deciding on. And there is the lovers, 2 people there. But it has something to do with something she knows. So this is about her job, something she does day to day that didn't sit right with her. She, like I said, she didn't just do this on a whim. There's the 2 of cups and then the 5 of swords, which has 2 people on it as well. Usually has 3 or 4, I think.
Mm-hmm.
There is some defeat around 2 people. So I think she might have been forced out. Not necessarily forced, but they made it to where this was not a comfortable environment, or the things that you know are not something you were comfortable knowing and keeping silent about. So you decided to move on, because there's the Princess of Wands, and these were the 2 cards without the 2 people. Something about her job and information. So this is something she knew or something she could tell, but confidentiality agreements and all that jazz. So I think she keeps it close to the vest. I don't know if she is.
I'm not getting communication card with her.
I don't think she's going to tell, but she left because of something she knew.
But because there's a 2, that means there's another person that's probably going to tell for her.
So I have the bouquet, the garden. It's ending in the book. It's a woman in the party, in the network, in the network that knows the secrets, but right now she's keeping a lid on it for now. She's not talking, or she has knowledge and she's just hush hush.
Probably afraid for her life.
Dear Lord.
Wow. Okay, well, anything else tonight, guys? We got our Sunday night. I have to save a few questions for then.
Yeah. I'm good.
Ono will be with us Sunday night. Satan always finds a way in. It's somebody in the room named I Am Satan.
Yeah. I see all the people on there saying he's a troll.
Just say hi. That's all you have.
I need baby saying maybe Satan's coming for Trump. Oh, wouldn't that be a blessing?
Yeah, get behind me, Satan. The Bible says.
Oh.
I mean, that's it. They just want to be a part. That's all.
Yeah, they just want some attention.
Yeah. Just say hi. We'll say hi back to you. So you don't have to do all that. Except Lucifer. When Lucifer and Satan is not the same people, first of all. Lucifer is an angel. Satan's a demon. Just say hi. We'll say hi back to you. And there you go.
Thank you guys for joining us for the moment. I hope everybody feels a little bit calmer. It looks like there's going to be more coming out. We'll dig in even deeper Monday night. I'm sure you guys are probably doing some readings this weekend too. Just keep our, we started by lighting a candle. Just keep our soldiers and our embassy workers safe.
Yes.
Oh, Johnny, you said Lynn was doing well after her surgery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lynn was doing well after her surgery, and Tallulah had a healing session with Gonga. It went pretty good too. So we're all working together here. It's working out.
Cool. Oh, look, Satan said hi, y'all.
Yes.
Satan.
Hello,
That's what we gotta
Satan.
do. We're not mean people. Just say hi.
On that note, we're going to say good night. See you guys Sunday night. Bye.
Hi.